Mrs. Murray, do you like my shoes? My brother got them for me for Christmas. Mrs. Murray, do you like strawberries, oats, regular milk that's supposed to be soy milk, sugar, banana? Where's my brother? Because Grace never responded to me, so I didn't know what kind of video to make you, because you were asking at the softball game if I've made any more videos. So I wanted to make a video just for you. I can't wait to tell you about my day on Sunday, even though I kind of already did, but I kind of just want to say a couple things to make the video more interesting. So let's just make the smoothie first, and then we can talk about Sunday. You ready? Okay, let's go. This is what we're gonna do. 1.5 teaspoons of sugar, a banana, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This part is weird because it's 14 strawberries. 1/2 cup of oats. And we're gonna cheat and use regular milk instead of soy milk because I don't think we would use it if I bought it and I couldn't buy a little bit. I can't wait to tell you about my day on Sunday, but first I have to blend this all nice and good and take a thumbnail too. I think it's in better now, but I have a lot of mess to clean up. I think I'm just gonna try to, yeah, that's way better. Welcome to the vlog, Mrs. Murray. Apparently the blender wasn't in properly, and now I gotta figure out how it goes in, even though I've done this 1,000 times, and take care of this. Anyway, Mrs. Murray, as I was saying, now we can actually sit down and chat and have a little chat. Cheers with our very full smoothie. Hopefully you're enjoying a smoothie or a beverage, adult or non-alcoholic. Do you want to try it with me? Despite the mishaps, this is really good. And then, do you ever eat stuff like this? So it's cheese and then cherry juice infused dried cranberries and sea salted roasted cashews. I think my favorite type of nut is pistachios, but I also really love cashews, so this is one of my favorites. Okay, so about my day on Sunday. We're gonna start off with the regrets because then I'll make it happy again. I had one regret. I did not get any pictures. Okay, so like basically I had this vision and we sat in the exact order that I wanted to sit in church. And so I wanted a picture. If you know my story is all through junior high and high school, I wanted really good Catholic friends, and I feel like I never really got that. The church that I grew up in was people were double, triple, quadruple my age, and I would always wonder if there were churches that were vibrant and also really young. And so the fact that I found a young adult community and a church that has families and stuff in it, our church is 30 minutes away, and this young adult community is 30, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever away. But it's so worth it, and I'm so happy that, yeah, it's a little bit of a drive, but I was like, this doesn't exist near me, and it did. I went off on a tangent. What was I even talking about? Anyway, just going to church with them first and foremost. Chef's kiss. Like, I could have almost got a little teary-eyed right before communion. Like, what a dream I was living in, having your son and his girlfriend right next to me. But it was just like, this is what I've prayed for, and it had to take a while, but it's here. Anyway, enough with my story. I just wanted a picture of like all three of us sitting in church. And I had the Instagram caption that I was gonna do, and it's just like turning a vision into reality. And it's just like the fact that your son's girlfriend and I unintentionally, unplanned, both wore black dresses. Granted, we had our coats over it. She was wearing tights. The shoes were not the same, but unintentionally, both wearing black dresses. How did nobody get a picture of that? But what was intentional, I tried to make a very conscious effort throughout the whole time at church, well, obviously at church, at breakfast, and at the softball game, trying not to be on my phone and to be in the moment and to savor it. And there has been at least once that all three of us have been in the car together after, like theology on tap or something, and it's dark, and we're doing a good job driving. Your son is a pretty good very good driver, and they're just singing along and dancing up in the front, and I'm like, I want to bottle this up, and I need to go back and replay it. Another thing that I'm very thankful for, one, I think your son and my dad will get along very well because your son led us in prayer right before breakfast, and then he's like, God bless Ida on her birthday, and they're like, happy birthday, happy belated birthday, and my dad would try to do the same thing. I think your son also said that he likes biscuits and gravy. Well, let me tell you, they need to come over to my house. We literally make homemade biscuits and gravy. My mom makes homemade biscuits. My dad makes homemade gravy. Tell me that would not be fun. Granted, it's going to be a really big drive for them. Tell me that would not be fun, going to church and then coming back to my house and having homemade biscuits and gravy. Also, the girlfriend said that she's never made crepes before. Come over and we can make crepes. We've literally made crepes. I have to go and make our advertisement on Canva for a podcast episode, the one with Josh Goodman, which maybe you know because he's opened for Drew. So I have to go work on that. But the last thing I want to say that I don't think I said, I really appreciated, and it made how hard it was to say goodbye, the fact that we have our next 2 things scheduled, our next 2 days scheduled. So it made goodbye less hard. So thank you for everything you've done. Cheers, my friend. And I hope that I can see you again. I hope that you like your little vlog. If you have any specific things, Mrs. Murray, that you want me to do, just let me know and I will do it for you. Thanks for being so fun and so supportive. And with that, your son's favorite outro, and it's ciao, babes.